years ago when your first UConn game ever?
Yeah, I think maybe even more. Just because in high school, like, I never had the game taken away from me like that. So to come back from something like this and get to play again, I'm super excited.
We talk so much about you coming back, but I want you to get to brag about your teammates. And, and when you think about Aaliyah and Mika and Caroline and the ladies who kept this afloat last year, what do you want to say about them as now you get to do this together?
Yeah, just extremely grateful for them, for their resilience, their toughness, their mental fortitude to just handle everything that was thrown at them last year and to do it with such grace. Super proud of them and just super excited to do it all together and to be healthy at the right time and get the season started with a great roster ahead of us. And I think we're all just super anxious, super excited to finally get it rolling.
How did you come out of the game on Saturday? Did you come out healthy, come out feeling good? You had no day after soreness, something unusual or anything like that?
No, I felt great. Felt like I played like 2 minutes, so I felt like I wanted to play 29 more. So same old. Still have to practice here and there. There's some like patella tendonitis, soreness, but nothing out of the ordinary and nothing a lot of basketball players don't feel.
How much prehab are you doing each day?
I do a lot. I'm still working with the same people I worked with while I was going through the rehab process just to make sure I'm staying on top of things and never get complacent. And just always have an approach where I'm always trying to be preventative and make sure that my body's ready as much as I can.
Do you drag any of your teammates along to share the process with you?
Yeah, I think a lot of us do a lot of preventative stuff, and Janelle has us doing stuff, Hootie has us doing stuff, so we're all making sure we're all staying on top of it, not just people who've been injured in the past.
Was there anything that you did while you were out there Saturday that for you served as kind of a test that, yeah, I'm okay? Or when you go on the floor or anything like that? Do you have any moments like that?
I think, honestly, just pushing the ball in transition. That's how I tore my ACL. I was pushing the ball and try to decelerate and change direction. So just being confident in the full court, pushing the ball, playing with a fast pace and sort of being unafraid, I think was like one of the main things.
Paige, after the game was asked, like, you know, that like moment anytime you go down, and she kind of with a smile was like, no, everybody's got to worry about like her hurting them. She's so strong now. Comments.
She's a funny gal, but no, I feel confident in being able to withstand that. Not necessarily would be worried about the other person, but I feel confident in what I can handle.
How have you been having confidence?
How have I? I mean, like, honestly, every day since I tore my ACL, since I had the surgery. I didn't have like a countdown, but mentally just counting down the days until I can work out again, be on the court, practice, and then eventually play, which is what every basketball player wants to do. So it's been a long, long process, around maybe like 570 days or something since I last played in the game. 584? Yeah, since I last played in the game, so that's insane to me.
When you're going through the rehab and just grinding through it, and you think to when your next time on the court, your first real game back is going to be, what do you picture in your head? Is it coming out during starting lineups and the crowd cheering? Is it tip-off? Is it just the small little moments in the locker room? What does your mind go to?
I think like the adrenaline and just the excitement of being on the court again. I know those first couple shots I took was straight, like my body was still shaking, my nerves were still very much present. But I think getting your name called in the starting lineup, hearing the crowd, and then tip off, and usually for me, I get nervous for all games, and tip off when the ball tips, I sort of calm down. But last game, I was nervous probably the whole time, or just overexcited. But I think every single part of the process, you look forward to and just enjoy even more.
How does that manifest for you? Like the nerves? Is it a dry mouth? Is it shaky legs? Is it everything?
I don't even know. It's more just like, I don't know. Like I'm just so anxious, super like twitchy. I don't know. I just nerves. Also, sometimes the heart races. Sometimes it just sort of like, I don't know. I don't really get like the cotton mouth or dry mouth, but more just like anxious and twitchy, I would say.
Paige, that student section for an exhibition game was packed.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like for you? Just walking out, even during warm-ups?
No, it's amazing to see. I missed the student section so much. I think the last home game we had at Gamble that I played in was the UCF game where I engaged with the crowd. And then this one, coming back, getting the and1, I was looking for something to do and standing right next to my favorite student section ever. So just to engage with them and to see them support us and be so excited that the season is starting and that they can cheer us on again, and we need their support and we love their support, and it means the world to us.
Paige, are you all sniffing the opportunity to maybe be number one when the next poll comes out? And what that might say about to those who talk about this as a dynasty that was on its way out?
Yeah, we don't care at all about the ranking where we are. Preseason rankings don't mean a thing. Just because nobody's played a game yet, nobody's sort of proven and shown who they are yet. And regardless of what number we are, I feel like everyone on this team has a chip on their shoulder, like we're unranked. Like we feel like sort of like the underdog. Like, I mean, we've been on, our seniors and the people here who have been here the longest haven't won a national championship, and that's all we really work for here. And so until we get that, we won't be satisfied with a number next to our name.
Besides hopefully a win tomorrow, do you have anything planned to celebrate your return for yourself, whether it's a dinner or a breakfast, one thing?
Nah, just to play basketball, I think it's a celebration.
Caroline talked about how during the steps of your rehab, when you hit a goal or just got off the crutches, she would have these little parties or just celebrations for you, because that's what she did when she was coming back from her ACL. How much did those mean to you?
They meant a lot, just to see other people recognize how hard you're working, and for them to see how much you're going through, and for them to be able to be there to support. We would call them like toasts, where we would have Shirley Temple in the training room, and we would all just be together and just sort of celebrate the mini milestones. But it means everything, just because when you're going through something like that, it's hard to find many victories and things to cheer about and be happy about. So for her to do that, for the whole team to sort of have everybody's back like that, it's huge.
Were there cupcakes and all that, or just Shirley Temples and some conversation?
No, sometimes there would be like cakes, cupcakes, different types of desserts, Rice Krispies. There'd be a lot of different things. We got a lot of great bakers.
Do you have a favorite?
I am a huge Rice Krispie girl. I love Rice Krispies.
Plain or
Treats
Yeah,
just-
treats.
Okay.
But not like the ones that are in the packages, like the homemade, like made with love ones.
Paige, who are the funnier members of this team that get you guys cracked up, relaxed, and goosey?
Honestly, I feel like everyone has a huge sense of humor, and we're all different in the way that we joke around, but at the same time, we're all different. We all have the same sense of humor. But I would say KK, Nika, Amari, Aubrey, Aaliyah, our whole roster.
What was Amari's fun fact today? Did she have one?
Not today. I didn't see her enough today. We had a busy class schedule, but I'm sure I'll get one later.
Do you see the excitement in KK and the other freshmen about tomorrow and starting their collegiate careers?
Yeah, I think they're all excited, all anxious to play. You can like sort of feel the vibes in practice of how everybody's like not tired of practicing, but ready for an opponent in the game to be played. So, yeah, I think the freshmen are really excited and ready to go.
How talented is this team?
I think this team is very talented. We have a lot of different pieces. We have a lot of different rotations and matchups that we can use that fill a whole lot of different things. And the versatility and the different ways and different defenses we can run, the different offenses we can run. I think there's a lot of different things that this team can do, and I think very talented as well.
With the lack of fouls on Saturday.
Of course, I had none, so it's always a good day.
You still get nervous for opening day?
Always. I always feel a little bit of nerves for every game, but it's good nerves at this point.
Why good nerves?
I think I've just, throughout the years, just try to channel it into more positive, more a motivator than, anxiousness. So, and I can help the young people get over their nerves.
Are you seeing that excitement already, KK and Ashley?
Yeah, absolutely. I think especially our exhibition game, it was a great game for them just to kind of feel, the court, feel the crowd, feel what it feels like to play UConn basketball, and then I think it's going to be an exciting game tomorrow as well.
How good is this team? It seems like you're loaded right now.
Yeah, I mean, it does. I think that we're all just super excited to get the season underway and to see what's come in the future.
Coach said there's more questions than there are answers right now because you haven't done anything yet.
I know.
Does it give you a little anxious to see what's going to happen? But you have to go like one step at a time. But.
Yeah, I think we're just taking it one practice at a time, one game at a time, and not letting up along the way. I think going into tomorrow's game, we're just going to do the same preparation we did for our exhibition game and moving forward, continuing doing the same routines, but learning from each game and growing from each game.
Can you see the excitement? Can you see the excitement in Paige? This game counts. Like it's her personal return.
Yeah, I think that, Paige is Paige. She's always going to be that player that hypes up the crowd, as we've seen in the exhibition game. But I think also it's where it really counts. So I think that she's going to channel that kind of excitement and that energy into wherever we need her tomorrow. And it's always great just to have Paige back, and I think that it's going to be great to have her back every game.
Gino mentioned when she's out there, the game slows down for her. Does that translate to her teammates too?
Yes, I think that she sets the tone in that way. And as you said, slows down the game, not only for herself, but for her team. But it speeds up for me when I have to try to catch those passes sometimes. But I've been practicing, and I'm ready for it. And if I can give her an assist, I'm happy to do so.
Jugs gun?
Yeah.
Football facility and get the jugs gun?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you find yourself getting shots that you wouldn't get if she were on the floor? That it opens things up for you a little bit and others, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think that for me personally, especially just the different movement when she's driving or when she's coming off a screen, it helps me to get open up my game a little bit and kind of where I can be great at different areas of the court. So it helps me and complements me, but also complements the whole team. I think I said this before, she helps open up the court and becomes another perimeter threat for us so that we can have more advantage both inside and outside. Behind everyone.
When you think about what this team was able to do last year with every turn there being something difficult, how much joy does it bring you to know that you've only added to it this year? You don't have to be, it's tough, but
Yeah.
you don't have to be that right now.
I think it adds a lot of security in that way because we have so many threats to our disposal this year, and it's going to continue to be like that as long as we stay healthy and as long as we stay true to who we are and how we play. But no, I think that last game it was great, a great display, but we just got to build on it. We're going into a better competition, and it's going to be a game. We got to play all 40 minutes. So.
Caroline talked about that when some of your injured players last year hit different milestones, she would have little party celebration type things. Just what were those like, and how did you see them kind of help the players individually and the team as a whole?
I think that when positive things happen for us and for the team, in the moment we're always just on a high, this is great for us, we're moving in the right step, the right direction, but unfortunately when lows came, it really affected the mood of the team. But I think this year we're going into that mindset that right now we got to stay up and not really depend on what if or what's going to happen to us, but keep pushing because we are strong now and we'll continue to get stronger.
Does that make you appreciate it even more, Aaliyah? To go out there, knowing what could happen, last year, whatever, does that make this even sweeter to go out with everybody and just be able to prove what you're capable of?
Absolutely. I think Coach said it best. He was telling us to kind of play in the moment because this is you got to treat every game like it's your last. And what he meant by that is you got to cherish the moment, cherish the memories that you make within the game. So, really he was trying to say, let's win the game, but also while doing that, make sure that we're doing the right things and we're relying on one another and leaning on one another in the process.
And he still lets you know if you don't do the right thing.
Yeah, no. He's first to let us know that. So,
Aaliyah, what have you seen from AZ that's different?
I think her confidence. I think that AZ, she's a great scorer, great shooter, but it's really when or how she's going to be able to display that. And I think that as the season goes along, even in practice, what I've seen from her now is just from jump, she's come out confident, and that's what we need for her every game.
We've barely seen Ice. What do you see in her? What's her upside?
I think we didn't really get to play a lot together, but I think that we both complement each other and we're able to play to our strengths. And I think that, Ice got that high-low from me, got the and one, but also she's effective from the perimeter and she can hit a three, she can hit a 15-footer. We're kind of similar but very different in the same way. So I think that we're just going to help the guards open up the court in that aspect, just off our movement and off our spacing, but also how we could score as well.
Can she flash that aggressive physicalness that you have displayed throughout your career and just really get after people?
I think she has lots of potential, but it is her first time playing college basketball, and it's going to be her first season, so it's going to be hard to grasp, I feel like, at first for her, but I think that, throughout the season she's going to be fine, and whenever the time comes and we're going to need her to step up, she's always going to be there for us.
That didn't stop you as a freshman. You were
no, it didn't.
tenacious as a freshman.
It didn't. I was a bit more experienced, but she comes in, she puts in the work, and she's ready for anything, and that's really what I asked as a senior, and what the team asked of her as well.
So, are you nervous, excited? What are the emotions running through you right now?
It's kind of just mixed feelings right now. Of course, I'm gonna have a little nervousness. Like I said, the first exhibition game, I was like, ran out there. I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually real. Like I'm actually in game in Gamble. But it'll be a surreal moment actually being the first official game tomorrow. So.
What's the best advice that the veterans have given you about handling your first game?
Just honestly, just taking it all in, and honestly, just remembering that it's my first game. But just also know, like, it's just an actual basketball game as well. So just lock in and focus as soon as we, get in the game mode.
What are you guys gonna do? Oh.
Hey, coach.
What's it like playing with Paige?
It's really fun. Anyways. Are you done? No, I love him. But anyways, he always makes short jokes. But I'm not that short, I promise. But also, I love playing with Paige, honestly, in practice. We haven't got a chance, of course, on court since the season, but hopefully tomorrow we will. But in practice, there's just been some surreal moments, her bringing up the ball, her passing it to me, cuts and different reads that she sees, and just helping me out, mentoring me around the court and different plays and everything. So it's been really fun so far.
What are your thoughts when you look around you and see all the talent that there is out there? I mean, legitimately 3 or 4 girls who could be All-Americans this year.
I just soak it all in. I just think how grateful I am just to be at this program. And honestly, like you said, to be under, players like them and just mentoring me and the rest of the freshman class as well. So it was just a very grateful moment. So.
Is this time leading up to the beginning of the season, all of it, the last couple of months, even this summer, been what you expected? Better, worse, different?
Definitely like half and half, but like I would say better. Like I came here, I was like, oh shoot, okay, it's gonna get real. Like expectations are really high, but that's the same thing. But honestly, it was a pretty smooth transition, and I liked it so far. And I'm pretty sure the European tour helped us a little bit, helped me and all of our freshman class just to get along with off the court and then on the court as well, having those few games to just see how it would be coming in back in the season.
What was the most surreal part about the exhibition?
Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. The most exciting part I'd say was seeing Ice and Paige score, them coming back from their injuries, but also just seeing how the crowd, gets hyped up. That's my first surreal, like, on the other side of the hand, being on the court. So that was pretty cool.
Coach said he wants you to play, talk about short, right? So Coach said he wants you to play, he wants his freshmen to play like there's an unlimited amount of mistakes you can make. That seems out of character for things he said to us in the past. Right. But, how do you embody that? How do you balance kind of obviously wanting a perfect game, but knowing that you're a freshman, mistakes will come?
Right, just honestly, playing my game, and like he said, I'm going to be known to make mistakes, all of our class, but just not letting that mistake affect the next play or the rest of the game as well. So that's something we can't do. That's something if we let that get to our heads, and that could affect and lose us a game or something. So we just can't really have that in the front of our mind. We got to just put that in the back of our mind and get the next play. So.
Do you feel nervous that he expects you to make an impact this year, or are you kind of honored that you look around and see the talent around you, but know that there's still a big part that you could play?
Just, of course, honored, but also, like I said, just knowing my role as well. Like I said, defensive intensity that I bring, and just, the point guard leadership, and, of course, Nika helping me to be one of the great guards alongside of her this season helps a lot. So.
We hear an awful lot about the goofiness, the laughter, and stuff that you bring to this team. Can you just tell us what that entails? I mean, are you trying to get the girls loose or laughing all the time? Are you just making a goof out of yourself?
Just honestly getting them loose, but also that's just been my personality growing up. I just to laugh a little bit, just to get everybody out of character, and then I know when to lock in. So in practice, sometimes I smile and look at them and they laugh back. But then when it's time to get to the other drill next time, then it's I know it's time to just get back into the drill and everything. But that's just been who I am growing up. So
how do you loosen them up and make them smile? Is it your dancing? Is it jokes?
Definitely dancing. Before practice, I'll hit them with a little dance or something, or just make jokes, talking to them, make them giggle, or do something. We do handshakes or something before practice. That'll get them loose, and then we just log back in for practice. So.
Your family coming to tomorrow's game?
No, they came to the exhibition game, but they have work, so they'll be watching from the stream.